As I said, it's not a case of if, it's a case of when. So the call we get is always, I've got a payment problem, I'm in a dispute, I'm owed a lot of money. Last week alone, one client that came to us, he's owed 680,000 in a major dispute on a project. Now, this is a fortune to this subcontractor. In fact, it's an existential risk to this person's business. Well, as always, the project is nearly finished, under pressure to complete, putting extra resources on the site, but it's gone the whole way through the project without properly identifying and managing this risk and the delay and disruption, and now they're being told by the client, we don't agree with your position. So the main contractor is not certifying their additional works, they're not recognizing their delay, their disruption, and now they're 600,000 out of pocket. I spoke to a small contractor, subcontractor, who did legitimate day works, signed, but for record purposes only, 48,000 claim, only got paid 24. And again, that's an existential risk to that person's business. Because if you've done variations, if you've done day works, if you have a delay event or a disruption event, or you're trying to manage spec or scope or even a measurement item, and you haven't done it properly throughout the course of the project, you can find yourself, and most likely at some point you will find yourself in this position. As I said, it's not a case of if, it's a case of when. And yes, sometimes we can help, but I can assure you, sometimes we can't because of what I'm about to cover, and sometimes we can only cover a portion of what you would have been entitled, because you have a duty to manage and mitigate that you compromise when you don't manage the subcontract properly.